Those DEI hire FBI agents are really on something.
Being on time is white supremacy, because what are they always on time to do? Oppress. I'm always going to be 10 to 15 minutes late because that's the correct time, according to my people.
Yeah, but of course the real oppressors are the FBI agents that now we are getting new chat logs from showing their treacherous illegal activity propping up the Biden administration and what many people are saying, rigging the federal elections that happened in 2020. As the new information, the chat logs that were just dropped are even more jaw-dropping when you thought your jaw couldn't drop any further. And these are the people now declassifying a bunch of documents that we're supposed to be seeing where their trust is at an all-time low. What's really going on here? Well, let's do a deep dive into this particular story because I think it's worth talking about, as we just found out that the FBI went as far as to pre-organize a 1-year censorship operation that was extremely successful and allowed Joe Biden to hide a lot of skeletons in his closet and obscure something that we know, according to poll numbers, played a significant role in the 2020 elections, as now FBI agents also imposed a gag order on fellow FBI agents so they would shut up and not confirm the authenticity of the Hunter Biden laptop story that, if you remember, was censored everywhere. The United States' oldest newspaper was censored on social media platforms because they reported on the existence of this laptop that we know was officially confirmed through the laptop repairman, through forensics, through whistleblowers, through friends of Hunter Biden, and all the data. The iCloud was literally linked to the laptop. The hard drive is something that FBI agents were saying, no, this definitely isn't what you think it is. It was exactly what they thought it was. And they knew it. And they actively played a major role covering it up, as there's one FBI agent that deserves to be promoted here. This is from the National Review here that writes this. The FBI silenced an employee, a fellow FBI agent, who tried to tell Twitter the Hunter Biden laptop story was real on the day it came out. Newly released chat logs show. The logs show that eventually, Twitter actually knew that they were just doing the bidding for the Biden administration. So did Facebook. As, of course, those comments by Mark Zuckerberg that he said on Joe Rogan look like they are an absolute complete lie. We're going to play that comment in just a little bit. Just so you can see the news articles, just you can see the chat logs, you can see what Mr. Zuck said. And it looks like Zuck lied through his teeth. The article continues. On October 14th, 2020, the day the New York Post first reported on Hunter Biden's laptop, the FBI told employees, do not disclose the Biden material, and imposed a gag order on an analyst who tried to confirm the story veracity to Twitter during a meeting, according to chat logs released by the House Judicial Committee. I'm very happy that they released this because this shows you the kind of sinister nature of the intel agencies and just how far they have went off of the political deep end to try to bury and destroy one political ideology, and that, of course, is the right-wing conservative side, while propping up and being the personal protectorate of the democratic liberal woke order. As the article here specifically continues, the chat logs show FBI personnel deliberating on how to handle the laptop situation. One FBI official instructed the rest to not discuss the Biden matter. Yep. And subsequent messages reiterated that order. After the meeting, the FBI placed a gag order on the analyst who was admonished by FBI staff for speaking up during the meeting. An FBI staffer lamented that the analyst won't shut up, as instructed, the chat log show. Whoever this employee is needs to be promoted, needs to receive some kind of award here, because clearly this was one brave person that said, yeah, we have the data, we have the iCloud, we have it all synced, we know through these courier, we know everything, we know it's the laptop. Why are we denying it? Why are we not telling the American people the truth here? Why are we continuing to run a PSYOP and an operation denying the truth in front of everyone's eyes and ears? And that's the question that we were asking, as of course we were hit severely through our algorithms. We were demonetized. We were called fake news for talking about all of the stories that now we are finding out all have been engineered psychologically to, of course, promote Joe Biden and try to destroy Donald Trump. This is big. This is important here because, again, big tech social media knew, hey, the Hunter laptop Biden store, it's actually real. It is a real laptop. It's not just Russian collusion. It's not Russian disinformation, as, of course, they conveniently just blame the Russians. They were at the SBI office, and they're like, okay, yeah, who are you going to blame here? They probably threw a dartboard. Oh, Iran, Syria, Chicom, Russia. Oh, there's a big space there. Russia, it is. And that's just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. On its face value, it was ridiculous. Everyone knew it was, but guess what? You couldn't have said it online because if you did, you were censored, you were deplatformed, you were demonetized, you were deleted from having any kind of online presence at all from the public market space because of the tyrannical, draconian FBI agents that said, you know what? We are going to destroy your ability to speak because you speak the truth that is too inconvenient for us. And that's why, as an independent media organization, we started LukeUnfiltered.com because guess what? There's still some censorship efforts still going on, probably coordinated by some more sinister criminal elements of the intel agencies that are probably still running rogue operations. But one of the reasons why we started it is because there's a lot of videos that I want to do that I just can't do on YouTube. So I do them on LukeUnfiltered.com. I know there's a lot of other platforms that are like, oh, yeah, we're doing this. A lot of other platforms are full of crap, and they lie. And I had very bad experiences with some of them. Anyway, I started my own platform. I'm very happy I have my own platform. I like my own platform, and it's a platform that we work very hard on to make the best platform online. And that's why we do 3 master classes, 13 plus years of videos. You get a members-only chat. You get a Telegram chat. You get shirts. You get seed oil cards. You get crap list of items at the supermarket. You get to show up on range days. You get to get some of the best defensive training in the world. You get to, of course, go on nature hikes. You get to, of course, meet me. We do meet and greets. We do meetups. We're going to do one soon here in South Florida, as well as more fun things and surprises, contests, tickets, giveaways, you name it. All available through just your membership, LukeUnfiltered.com. Click here, fill in your information, and then just check your spam box because Google still hates us, still suppresses us, and somehow when you email us, we email you back, it still goes into the spam. So check your spam and make sure that you are getting all the emails from us because that's where you get the login credentials to log in and go into LukeUnfiltered.com. Now, FBI agents spent a year, 1 year, 365 days plus, preparing platforms to censor the Biden laptop story and its authenticity. If you remember, everyone on social media wasn't able to talk about this. This was a chilling effect. A lot of people were like, do I want my career ruined? No, I'm just going to deny this right before one of the most important elections that was pretty close, as this story, according to many polls, made the big difference. And the suppression of the story made the big difference here, as some online social media platforms literally adopted new content moderation policies specifically designed to address this, quote, hacking material as something that, of course, we couldn't publish. And what the FBI did here is pretty sinister here, as Mark Zuckerberg, now this cyborg looking like lizard pale man who now is trying to make himself look like a Miami F-boy. This guy right here admitted, I made a mistake here, guys. I can't believe I did this. And I don't feel sorry for this person at all, because now we're learning other details that conflict the messaging that he gave on the Joe Rogan podcast when specifically talking about this, that confirmed everything that the conspiracy theorists were saying.
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like, there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York
we
Post.
had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter.
No, you didn't. You censored the story. You just had multiple steps around it, and you made sure that the general public didn't see it. You did the same thing Twitter did. Stop lying.
I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
Yeah. Everything you don't like is just Russian. The Ruskies are everywhere. They're in the room everywhere, right? It didn't take a genius to figure out that a lot of this was bullcrap and lies, specifically with the data that was on the hard drives. Okay, so don't tell me you thought what they were telling you was the truth here, because everyone knew that wasn't the truth here. And that was my major kind of statement against Mark Zuckerberg, because everyone's like, oh, yeah, he's doing MMA now. No, he probably hired a PR company, and they said, how do I rebrand myself? How do I make sure that I get away? This guy was funneling hundreds of millions of dollars towards democratic, liberal voting causes that allowed them to have a major stronghold in the south of the United States. Okay, this is the guy that changed the political landscape of this country through his billions. And guess what? The corporate media wasn't crying, oh, the billionaire, like they are now. Now they're the billionaire. Shut up, because the other billionaires are okay. Your billionaires are fine. The one guy, the one weirdo who wants to put a brain chip, the one guy, that's the guy you have an issue with having an influence on our politics. Look what the hell Zuckerberg did. And he lied through his teeth here.
So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that.
Yeah, you just suppressed it, and you made sure that when people did, it didn't go to anybody. That's not that big of a difference. You still suppressed, and you made sure that the story didn't get out there to anybody, and you gave them the illusion that somehow, yeah, oh, look, there's no censorship here, when there was. You just were more sneaky about it.
What we do is we have... if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation.
Okay, it wasn't misinformation. It didn't take genius, as now we are finding out that Facebook executives suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story in order to, quote, curry favors with the Biden-Harris administration. Yep, you heard that correctly. This was released October 30th, 2024, specifically detailing how the FBI was warning tech companies about this being Russian agents that were preparing to do a document Trump. And again, Facebook executives knowingly discussed, they calibrated the censorship decisions because they assumed that the incoming Biden-Harris administration would be able to, of course, work with them in a more favorable way than potentially a Trump administration. And now Zuckerberg is on his knees. He's going to the inauguration. He's all at these MMA events, still getting cheerleaded when he played a pivotal role when it came to changing the political landscape of this country forever. And again, FBI agents were literally telling social media companies, yeah, this is his laptop. Oh, nope, it's the Russians now. As again, now we find out specifically why Joe Biden pardoned his son all the way back until 2014. This is big, because this is the suppression of the corporate media. This is the suppression of the independent media. This is, as we are finding out, the narrative, script, language psyop that unfolded right in front of our eyes, that was very overt, that these people were able to get away with. Now, will they be able to get away with this? Well, Trump just revoked the security clearances for all the former, quote, intel officials who signed the letter saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story was definitely Russia's fault, as this could be the first steps in many steps that Donald Trump hopefully makes, holding these people accountable. As of course, he revoked the security clearance to 51 former intel officials who signed that 2020 letter arguing that the emails from the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden all were, quote, the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. John Bolton was one of them. Again, John Bolton foaming at the mouth for war as much as he could try to muster up the support for right now in the most obviously ridiculous ways. But reading these chat logs, how in the hell can you trust the FBI? How in the world can you say, yeah, great guys, they're good. Oh yeah, bunch of good broskies there. They definitely have our best interest at heart here. As of course, they literally clapped and played bagpipes for the guy that covered up the Epstein files away from the Attorney General and the President of the United States. The guy who covered up, the predator class that hurt thousands of children. They're like, yeah, that guy got to retire, by the way. Why is he retiring? When he played an active role in covering up the major, biggest action against the American public that hurt thousands of children, that is probably going to be hurting thousands of more children as we speak right now. But as we're finding out, the FBI now, the same FBI agents, those same guys, and again, if you're Kash Patel, you're going through these chat logs and you're going fired, criminally prosecuted because you specifically made sure that you were an attack dog for the democratic, liberal, political, woke world order. You made sure that Donald Trump's home got raided. You made sure, and this is in line with everything the FBI has done. You made sure you went after James O'Keefe and you raided his home. You made sure you raided the home of Roger Stone. You made sure parent-teacher school conferences, they weren't safe from the FBI infiltrating, spying, and going after parents who attended PTA meetings. Oh, pro-life organizations and groups, jail, automatically. They're going to be on them like white on rice. That's the type of deprived, leftist kind of mindset that is still inherited at the FBI, as it was a completely weaponized police federal agency that abused every single position of power that they wielded and had. And in my opinion, all these people need to go. They need to be fired. If you agree, share this video with your friends and family members. Of course, we faced our own oppression by the FBI. We're just filing our own documents to see what else they did to us, because they did a lot of awful stuff to us, by the way. Not a lot of fun stuff. But your support needed more than ever to support our independent media network. LukeUnfiltered.com. Click the link, sign up, and I will see you there right after this broadcast. And I talk to all my members here, specifically on Telegram. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on YouTube.com/WeAreChange.